Wednesday, everybody. Okay, we're nearing the end of the year. We've looked at our business plans. We've looked to see where we're sitting at in our business. We are now looking towards 2018, and I can tell you most of you are going, wow, we are lead generation machines, and we don't have enough people. That's most of our problems, is we have people problems. If we're starting a team, if we're in the middle of a team, or if we have mega teams, it's building the bench. So let's talk about recruiting right now, because in November we're going to do a series. We're going to be talking about each step of the hiring process, kind of the interviewing process is what we're going to do. So let's talk about recruiting right now. Let's talk about having career nights. You can do a recruiter night once a week. You can do it every other week. You can do it once a month. Do it on the second Tuesday or Wednesday of the month. You can be running ads in Indeed. You can be posting them with your local coffee shops. You can make sure that you are making sure that you're talking to your mortgage companies, your title companies, any of your preferred partners. It's in their best interest to have more people on your team. Your mortgage partner should be helping you recruit. Why is that? Because the more agents you get on your team, the more business that they can get. So it's very, very, very important that you have a bench that has 3 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 3 quarterbacks, because if one leaves, it hurts the team. So right now is a time to look. 1, what's the stress test? We have to look at our stress test on the operation side of it. How much business can they handle? 2, how many leads are we giving to each agent? If we're giving more than 25 to 30 leads per month per agent, we're giving too much business. They can't handle more than that. It's not good to give them more because they can't make the 12 to 15 contacts to be able to decide if the lead is good or bad. If you're giving more than that, they're cherry picking and they're throwing the rest of our money in the trash. Okay? So we need to determine how many agents we need based on how many leads we're getting. It also determines on how much our market spend is going to be. All of this narrows down into what our ROI is going to be. Make sure we're looking at our media summary reports. How much money are we spending? How many leads are we getting? What's our conversion on the leads? Do we need to break the team down? Do we need to have a department that's working on leads for Commissions Inc.? Do we have a department that's working on leads that are doing open houses and VoicePad? Are they working on the IVR systems? Do we need to have just inbound? Are we having floor time? Do we have 3 shifts? Do we have weekend shifts? We have to break down our P&L and our business models to get the highest ROI on our business. How many people do we need on each shift? How many people do we need in each type of lead generation? And then we need to hire to that. There's a different type of profile that we'll talk about during our series for an ISA versus a buyer's agent versus a listing partner. There's also a different type of personality if someone's going to be a professional open house, a professional showing partner, a listing assistant. So you have to hire to those strengths. A disc is not just the most important piece of the hiring process. There's several pieces. So in this series that we're going to be doing in November, there's 5 Wednesdays. So we're going to break it down into 5 different video parts. We're going to talk about the application. We're going to talk about the resume. We're going to talk about the disc. We're going to talk about the interview questions. And we're going to talk about the team interview and the coach interview is what we're going to do. So we're going to take the interview process and break it down into 5 separate pieces. Each one of them are as important as the other. You cannot skip one of the 5. So you'll see a series that'll be coming out in November. So make sure you're saving these for future educational purposes and make sure that you're implementing these into your interviewing and your hiring processes. So I'm pre-warning you now. When you watch this, make sure on the next 5 videos that you're building a folder and you're saving these resources for your interviewing process and your hiring processes. This is going to be free coaching advice for you. So, again, make sure that we are doing robust recruiting. Make sure that we're having our career nights, we're having our Indeeds. Make sure you're talking to the talent genius. John Pike has got amazing recruiting. Make sure that we are talking to our vendors, making sure we're talking to our preferred partners, making sure we're doing a stress test, making sure we're looking at our lead counts, making sure we're looking at our entire business model itself. Your business plans are due by Halloween. So by the time you're getting this video, you have this much time to make sure we're looking at our business to know what we need to hire. So when you get this video, make sure that's done. Because by the time you get the following video, we're going to get into the meat of this. And we're going to start the interviewing process, the hiring process. Okay? God bless. I'll talk to you next Wednesday. Make sure you got your pen and paper. Have an amazing day.